Here's the egg. Someone says meow. Yeah. Pittman, Amari, and 7 rounds. Good morning, guys.
And now you can see why the meow is so significant.
Yeah, it's the loud meow.
Is the floor cold?
Floor's lava. Must sit on shoulder.
You want chest? Okay. Yeah, your feet. You just jumped down from my shoulder. Now you're gonna. But yeah, those paws are cold.
It's cold outside.
Yes, we had to. We finally got around to getting the room heater for this one.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's already raised it by 2 degrees out here.
Oh, cool. Got a little tornado brand space heater.
Okay, Kitty, you jumping down? Where are you headed? Okay, onto the chair behind you.
And the red water is down here.
Yes. I think you can just put it on top of the white and move the sponges.
There we go. We can go right there.
Oh,
And goes the
meow!
water.
Meow, Kitty! Okay, because what we need to do today is make some
Highlights.
I've got one up on screen. Oh, sorry, Kitty! I just cracked her in the head with the elbow.
Good Taylor. Poor silly beast.
I showed you where the heater is. You could go sit next to that. No, lap is better.
Lap is always better.
Okay, this is somewhat gushy. So for the top part of the pilot, it's going to be slightly deeper.
It's a bigger
So-
full-size Kylix. This one's for Ajax.
So 50-ish.
50-ish. Ounces, that is.
Yes. Squishy. 59 ounces.
Okay.
We should do more than one.
Oh, yeah. Always more than one.
And, well, it's been a while since we had the chance to get to making a batch of Kylix.
He's a little squishy.
Is it going to be too squishy?
We'll see. Rosalie is watching. Good morning. And Jessica. Gonna be around Kylix this morning. That
The
water.
second piece is 67. I'll see how that one goes before I either set that one aside for you or not. The next layer down seems to be a little less squashy in this bag.
It seemed to like mostly be the edge that was really squishy.
Well, it may have been a bag that was too firm and thus got watered,
Yeah.
because this red clay is one that will absorb water again. Easily.
Again.
The red clay rehydrates nicely. The black clay does not. You warming your paws up now?
We're gone all day yesterday.
No.
It was so
it's just not
awful.
okay as far as the kitty's concerned. I'm thinking that the 59 may be too much.
because I want to make it deeper.
Rosalie says, okay, this is the best use of my time right now. Pretty cool. Thanks for sharing.
Welcome.
You're welcome. It's fun getting to interact with people while we're doing the throwing.
Yeah.
And being snuggled on by the kitty. I know, it's very disheartening. There's no sunbeams in any of the windows right now. Thus, that.
Get an even bit drop here.
And the ribbon stayed on.
It just ripped rather than pulling off.
Lifting.
Yes. It was being uncooperative. Okay, here's my rinse sponge.
Greek kylox have to be one of the more interesting drinking vessels out there.
Yeah.
Because the one in the picture there is balanced upon it. These are Scotch. Hello.
Good morning. Oh, come on, sponge, rehydrate already.
Which color clay makes the sponges rehydrate the slowest?
The red clay.
The red clay?
Without a doubt, it's the red clay. It'll get all caked on here, and that clay gets, and then it dries out.
Uh-huh.
No.
Rehydrated sufficiently?
On one end.
From one end. Hello. Kitty.
And this clay, it was settling as I was trying to get this sponge to rehydrate. So, it is indeed a little soft.
Okay. Well, as I said, the next layer down is from right. This piece, however, is not.
Yeah,
I
we
might
set
set
that
this
aside.
aside. Because that top edge is kind of gooey.
And all the gooey stuff seems to be squidging its way out the uneven top here.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Because I need to use both hands. Okay. Yeah, this clay shows signs that it had been drier and it got water in the bag at some point. Because the corners are squashy.
Yeah.
So how many kylox do we want to make today?
I could do 3.
And do you want to do all of them full-sized?
I could do the full-sized. People have been asking for them. We've been out for a while. So.
Yeah.
That one's just going to have to sit.
So that one's got to firm up before it can be finished being thrown?
Yes.
Ooh, that's
Yes.
goopy.
That's,
Well, hopefully this next piece is a little more friendly.
oh, I hope so.
How long do you think that piece will have to sit? Will it be a case of...
No.
And you're sitting it over the heater.
Yeah, right there.
It's
That little home in the
down
back.
there is- Yeah, that's the heater. It's what's brought it up. Ooh, 62 in here now.
Very efficient. Oh, Roberts as well. Good morning. Doing kylox this morning. Yeah, this doesn't have a really squishy edge to it, so it should be better. Well, not too
Yeah.
squishy.
As compared to this,
Yes.
just kind of scrape that off the other corner.
Yeah.
Save the softer parts for doing the kylox feet.
Yes.
Maybe just don't. There we go. Oh yeah, the bag is still kind of heavy.
Great crater. There are in.
The Greek crater. The one
That's
that's in the photograph there
is
is
a
a kylox.
It's a drinking bowl.
Versus the craters which were used for mixing wine intended to be much larger.
They'd be like
It's what the wine
that.
was served out in versus this, which is what the wine was drunk from.
Yeah. It's like a big ball on
On foot.
a foot with two handles. And you hold it like that. The handle goes.
And the clay sitting near the heater is probably not a bad thing. Yeah. Katie, I may have to move you at some point to get more clay this day. There. I squished Kitty. She does not seem to mind. You're the one who wanted to come out here despite the fact that it was on the chilly side. Yes. Nose blue. Nose blue.
Something just
doing molded ceramics. Again, had a business. I've always admired this ability of yours. I've not yet been brave enough to try in my adult life. Someday, perhaps. Anyways, thanks, but I have an impending call. Thanks. Hopefully your call goes well. Thank you for dropping in. And of course, the video will be both archived up on Facebook as well as being over on YouTube as well. You can see all the ones that we've done in the past and catch notifications of new ones if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ooh, that one's a pretty shape. Yes. And that one was more in the 40s range. Yes. Okay, current humidity is like 67, so it's on the moisture side in here at the moment. I know, so gooey. Is the red the gooeyest clay?
Yeah. But it's also the most variable in what you can do with it.
Yeah.
It's good for throwing, for sculpture, for attaching pieces together. And
It's both the gooeyest and the grittiest.
pretty much, yeah.
Well, the grit would be there to support the gooey qualities.
It's there to support the shape.
Yeah. No.
Supporting the shape is the highlights.
Oh. I see. I was like, wait a second, where did that other lump of clay go? It fell off. Oh, goodness. Let's see if I can actually lift it back up. Look at how badly it deformed.
Charming.
Squishy.
This one has an air bubble in it.
Oh, that's no good.
A rather sizable one.
I think that I may just kind of scrape the goo layer off of this piece here.
There we go. Pop the air bubble. So you don't want things boom boom in the kiln. That's sad. And if it's a air bubble on the side, it will blow out like that and take up pieces around it.
Yep.
Just not a good thing.
We just had that.
And that was due to the weather
Some
changing.
weather change can also result in pieces not.
That's out of the stoneware clay,
Yeah.
which is like that. Sudden weather change usually means that something is not going to survive. No big deal, it was just a custom order.
Yeah, that's. We do have a partial bag of the stoneware in here because we've got to throw another one of those now.
Yeah.
Stupid, bloody meh. Okay, and for Kylix feet. It's 15, right?
Ish. Yeah. Heavy on the ish.
Okay, this one's 18. I'm measuring them a little oversized because of the amount of
Goo factor.
goop factor. Because if you watch, you'll notice she takes a lot more in the way of lumps of clay off of her hands when she's throwing with goopy clay.
Yeah, it's just kind of gathers. Well, this one's much more saucer shaped. Very even.
Yeah, it's still relatively deep as compared to some of them.
Yeah.
Kylix very, very widely.
They can be anywhere from that deep to that deep. And feet.
And the feet have a tendency of looking vaguely like handle holders prior to being attached.
Yeah, I suppose so.
3 feet. I know, I keep shifting. Or rub your ears with my
Well,
wrists.
it's not much
please.
to see when I have my hands on there because, well,
Oh no.
morning, Donovan.
Because your hands pretty much cover.
Yeah.
So this part here will go under that saucer section. Okay, back for 15 minutes. Thanks. Yeah, now she's doing the
You
game
have to
with
hollow
ease.
it out because you don't want it to be solid because it could explode. And explode is bad.
Yeah, so unlike if this was a cup, she's actually pushing her fingers all the way down to the back here.
It's kind of a column right now. I'm gonna make the shape with my fingers. Go.
There we go. Foot number 1.
Foot one.
Okay. Up to the shelf.
And now for the next
I'm gonna have to make you coil for this the specialized handles required for this.
stupid handles.
There's a lot of Greek shapes that we do that require specialized handles.
They're thick on either end and thin in the middle. The handles for the Kylix.
And they curve up like that.
Yeah.
I can't see the expression on her face. All I see is tops of ears.
Squirrel can go away now.
You want it out here with us, kitty. It's not our fault that it's chilly. We're doing our best to mitigate the chilly factor, okay?
It's okay. I can sit here and be warm in your lap.
Because she's got her tail all curled up against her face. Holy.
Could.
I'm thinking that this would probably go into a scrap bag.
Yeah, I think so.
It's quite squishy. It's softer than what we use for sculpting writing heads. Ooh, I like the beading to the foot on that one.
Yeah.
As when people ask how she gets the ridges. Fingers. Edge on her fingers.
Make the landing pad for the bowl of the Kylix to sit on. Because that's the connection point between the bottom of the Kylix and the foot.
Because once the body of it there gets dry enough to
Then I
pop
trim
off the
it so
back.
it's rounded on the bottom.
Good
morning, Yoko.
Hello. Okay, this foot can go here.
Next
And
foot.
yeah, there's foot.
1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot.
More. Do you want to make some of the wee ones?
I suppose.
Do you
Those
want
are
to
generally done as one piece.
Yeah.
I think they might be a little
Are
soft.
you a little too soft for those? Okay. Do you want me to just bag up the remainder of this?
You could probably do some cups with that.
Okay. Just cut you off both size pieces?
Yeah. This plays a little on the soft side. It's saying like it was raining just a little bit the last couple of days.
Yeah, like the rain that we experienced heading up to Tacoma yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was fun. It rained a little bit.
And we could barely see the road kind of a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
I mean, it was still dark outside at the time, but
It was enough to get the morning commute to slow down.
yeah, on 5,
On 5.
which is saying something. One muggy size piece, 2 mug size pieces, squish. 2 mug size pieces. Okay, there was enough in the bottom of that bag to make 4 mug size pieces.
Okay.
And then I'm going to need something to wipe my hands off before I can
You wouldn't want one.
get to the other clay.
It's kind of gooey.
Yeah, yours is exceptionally good.
Don't know
Yes?
how that happens.
There. But you don't have to get down out of my arms. I just have to go get a towel. There. See? Now you can settle. I know. Complain. Now. See? Now you can settle back down.
Just incredible.
I am not surprised. My hands were very gooey. I know the clay doesn't hurt the cat. Desi here has been around clay her entire life, and she is 16.
Well,
Settle down.
that's just
I know, sweetie. I was being a terrible person and got up. Let's see. I think I see a bag of scrap like this. No, we have specialized bags for the scrap from this. Here, that's the scrap one. So sticky.
just going to take preemptively remove it because it'll remove itself anyways. Now for something completely different. Mugs.
Also drinking vessels.
Also drinking vessels.
But yeah.
The more practical side of a drinking vessel.
Nope.
A mug. With a reasonable handle.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Ugh. Move this good ball over there.
And to think the first time we made it, Kyle extra thought, well, that was interesting.
That was a neat one-off project. That was over a decade ago now.
Was it really that long?
Yes, yes it was. Because when I went through and was doing the rebuilding the website, run across pictures of those original Kylix, including
yeah.
the one that didn't have a handle.
Yeah.
It didn't have any handles.
Because it dried too quickly.
Praise be watching. Hello.
Good morning.
This is not the very first Rhyton also didn't have a handle.
Yeah.
And was out of that darker red clay.
Yeah.
Before we got this stuff. It's nice. And for those really big bowls, we need that like 60-ish to 60, 70, right?
Yeah.
My little towel aside. Because yes, I'm over here doing the weighing and the placing on the shelves, which enables her to not have to get up while she's throwing.
This means I can throw more. But it's an efficiency thing.
Yep. Even when I'm dealing with a cat on my lap. Okay, the temperature across the room is reading 66.
Wow.
What's it reading down here? So under the shelf it's gotten up to 68.
So it does heat up the room fairly well.
Yeah. Cool. Now there's only 2 degrees of temperature difference from on top of the heater to
I
halfway
thought it
across the room.
would, because it would just circulate.
Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to the Kylix handles, do you want me to attempt to rifles the last time? I don't remember. It's been long enough, I can't remember which one of us pulled the last batch of Kylix handles.
Well, she started doing a handle so I could get more painting done.
It's quite a student. Yep. Again, an efficiency thing.
Yes. Still, a skill.
Oh yeah. It took me
activity.
a bit to get the scaling correct.
Yeah.
Because while I've been making handles for cookie stamps, those are ring handles that are like this big. They're like less than an inch across the entire handle. Yeah. And with the remainder of this bag from around making the big bowls, do you want to make more mugs?
Yeah, I can do more.
Because we always need more mugs.
More mugs, could do some minis.
Oh goodness, yes, we don't like out minis.
Yeah. So I could do a bunch of those.
Bag. Out of my way. Minis. Which, because you've gotten more efficient again, having to break them off at like between 6 to 8 rather than being the 8 to 10. Some of them I have to do 5. Nope. Get that from you. You're being a nuisance, kitty cat, yes you are.
I'm not, I'm being comfortable.
Squish. It's squishy.
Yeah. More squishy.
Only one more piece of the squishy.
Except this one will stick to the back. We're sliding down a layer of squishy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is charming.
One of these is 60, but that doesn't really look large enough. The other one's like the 80.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that doesn't look big enough to be
No,
a
it
large
doesn't.
bowl.
The other one probably is the right to do another bowl.
Yeah, because people like the large bowls.
Yeah.
Just another thing that we haven't had the time to get to make so far this
It
year.
hadn't gotten into the queue.
No. How many minis? Or should I not ask you anything while you're dealing with the squishy?
How many minis? Oh, half a dozen or so?
Okay.
Half a dozen? Right.
We can easily utilize a dozen.
Yeah.
But
Start with a half a dozen.
yeah. Because I don't want to cut off more than you can throw.
Yeah, because it's all about with those, it's the number.
Yeah. Whereas large pieces are wearing on her in the terms of the pressure that she has to apply. The small ones are wearing in a different way because it's the precision, tight movements that eat the stamina.
Yep.
Oh, looks like it might not need a handle.
Yeah.
Okay, you go up there.
You go long. Is it?
I'm not chucking it across the room. No,
Is it
will not go-
Ophelia?
Yep,
More
squish.
Squishy. Last one. And then on to bowls.
Yes.
Big bowls.
Big balls. Big balls.
Big bowls.
Reweigh this piece. I know exactly how much it is. 80. Yeah, this one's more like 90.
Yeah.
That one looks to be the right size.
Yeah.
And so when you hear us rattle off numbers when it comes to the size of the piece of clay,
It's in ounces.
it's in ounces.
We use a food scale to weigh the clay.
Yeah.
Got it from a restaurant supply store.
Because we need the precision down into ounces because there's pieces that are small. Generally nothing small.
Didn't need a shipping scale.
No,
that
don't
was
need
for sure. Not for this.
No.
We killed the shipping scale that way.
That we did.
That's why we went with the crude scale.
Because most of the pieces we measure off are under 5 pounds.
With except for amphora.
And the large bowls, because when I'm reading off numbers that are in excess of 80, that's me counting the second go round, because it doesn't bottom out until like a little over 6 pounds. After that, my measurements tend to be in inches of block of clay, or how hard the its touchdown is on the scale. So at the end of that one, you were already done 10 pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, dozen minis might unfortunately be too many for today.
Yes.
Oh, that's a nice shape mug. So the reason why things keep going onto different shelves is not necessarily because a shelf has been filled, but the drying rate on the different shelves. Which is also likely to change now that there's a heater down there.
Yes.
I'm going to have to keep a close eye on the things on the shelves today. Because we have the interjected heat.
The big piece of clay.
Good.
This does not go splat.
Nope.
And I'm gonna have to change which one I'm using.
Oh yeah. You don't want red clay now. Your white sponges are next to your phone.
Okay. You go down here. You go on. And there we go. And you go over that.
Other water.
Other water.
Oh shoot, your pitcher's empty. Which means I may have to get you water soon. Because that bucket doesn't. Mind you, that bucket is water all the way down at the moment. Or
At that push.
So you really are going to be needing more water, aren't you?
But up a second.
Okay. Here's that kitty. You don't have to move yet.
I gave you a reprieve. You should thank me for it.
And here you can see her really bracing her arms with her legs.
And flexing my muscles. Burn.
Which is a posture you see more with smaller potters.
It's nothing. Burn. Yeah, it's
More
the bigger guys with the wider shoulders, the longer arms, the bigger hands.
More leverage.
They have more mass to throw around, regardless of their age.
Does pottery develop specialized muscles?
Oh yes. With your hands, your arms, shoulders, your back, your pectoral muscles, also the lower back, the gluteals, and
Well,
also in the legs because you're
bracing.
bracing with your legs.
You also say that when you're driving long distances, it's similar muscles
Yeah,
driving because the
like
grip,
that. Yeah, because of the grip.
especially in poor weather.
Oh yeah, so you have to grip harder. You have to hold, make sure it doesn't get. Your car isn't being thrashed around by the wind. Or if you have a trailer, it's even more so.
So
Trailer on
surface area.
I-5. Wishes good weather when we go down to Great Western.
Yeah. We're going to be on fire for a very, very long time.
Yeah. It'll be like 2 days of driving. So everybody think
Mild thoughts.
mild thoughts, mild weather, mild heat, mild wind, just mild traffic. Think
Completely unexciting drive.
Yes.
So it's gotten to be a trend for, wishing people uneventful drives on the way to places. No excitement.
You don't want the excitement when you're driving.
And fun is too often used as it's like, well, that was fun. You miss it for there being
It was eventful.
points of interest along the way. you run out of oomph before I run out of clay, which I think you will, I think I'll probably just put these few pieces here back in the bag. Reach around the cat. Isn't that right, Desi?
Okay. Listen, goes, see, this clay isn't really soft. So I can do this and I'm not gonna.
Oh, maybe I should watch. That was giving me mild motion sickness. Yeah.
That's
Please
funny.
don't. Funny for whom? Oh my nose itches. Ah. This is supposed to be 8 to 10 inches across, a deep bowl with the Viking markings on the outside.
Take two.
Take two, because the first one decided to explode in the kiln. And take out something next to it, of course.
Of course. It just showed signs of it
Would be
suffering from a sudden change in weather.
I think that, at least for me, the most stressful stage of making pottery is unloading the bisque firing. Because that's where so much can, it's that moment of doubt that Schrodinger's box syndrome, where the pottery can either be fine or a pile of shards up until you unload the kiln and see one way or the other. This can do is each over and close the pilot switcher. There we go.
This oh, yeah, the towel splattered me. That's disgusting.
Ew.
I think it's too wet then. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that one's done.
Yeah. So what we need to do here is move some stuff out of the way. This one.
So she's using there is a shorter one.
Yes, this is
In the 8 to 10 range.
yeah, it's like 9 3/4.
There we go.
If we see right there, even there, yeah, it's pretty big.
Okay, good. It looked great, so now we just need to put the markings on the exterior.
Yeah.
The undercut.
Wonderful sound, I'm sure.
And not only what she's doing right now, cleaning the bag, it's also making it so it'll pop free more easily. Okay, cleaning up the point at which the piece meets the bat.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. Smooth it out, maybe round out the bottom just a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's a nice shape to it now.
There we go.
Catherine's starting to get.
Hello. Good morning, Catherine.
For those of you who are watching it later on, you can see the whole thing either by watching the archive of it here on Facebook, or you can watch it over on YouTube.
Oh, thank you. So pretty.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So what she's doing at this point is adding sgraffito markings to the outside, because this one, actually, you can even see it in shot. Cool. I wasn't sure from the camera angle. Because this one will actually get coated with black to make it resemble the black clay. Because the black clay doesn't like throwing the sludge.
Yeah.
There's different properties of different clays, and one thing that the black clay does not do is make large pieces that easily.
Here we go. Go back here. Let's look at good at contorting your body and odd.
Are you saying you have to lean at weird angles?
There we go. There's that. Big bowl.
Big bowl, yep.
Now first, the next big bowl.
Do you want me to make the other piece go up to the same size as that one? Or just let it be? It's about, that one's 80-ish, 90-ish, 90-ish, and this one's like 67.
We could make another one that size.
Okay, let me add to that local clay.
Randall is watching. Good morning.
Oh, I can see how much this piece was. Not with you. You, off. Yeah, there we go. That one's another 90-ish. This piece away. There we go.
This time I'll make 2 large bowls.
Yeah, because hopefully one of the, which will pretty much, there's a much higher chance that both of them will come out than when we do one.
Yeah.
Frustrating. It just kicked down into low power mode. Yeah. It reached temperature and turned off over there, Mom.
Oh, that's nice.
We are enjoying the new heater. And the other side of the room, over there, it says 69 degrees. Cool. So it actually is spreading the heat out quite evenly.
I thought it would, because it's
Beat
going to
that
do
clay.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Squeeze.
Yes, we had a bit of deliberation yesterday when it came to the display of room heater units at Costco. Ooh, that's a clicky back.
Yeah. Well, I'm also putting very great pressure.
Hello.
Hello, Yoko. How are you doing this morning?
It's so cool. More fun than my work. There are times where it's there's fun projects and there's also the projects where
Making 20 gnome mugs.
what?
Making 20 gnome
Making
mugs
20 gnome mugs
with lids.
with lids, which means a total of 40 pieces, not including handles.
Yeah.
I got mightily tired of sculpting those. I mean, they're gonna look really cool when they're done, but yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Or making the Pythagorean goblets,
Yeah.
which have internal workings, which if you fill the goblet too high, it triggers
It's
a
a Roman
joke cup.
yeah. Dribble cup.
Dribble cup, yeah. If you overfill it over the invisible, basically don't fill above this line, it siphons all the liquid out of your cup. I know, you've got poop on one of your eyes. And I'm not going to use my fingertips to wipe that away because my fingers are covered in poop. Yeah. Is that better? Yeah, it's good.
Here it is. Yeah, just drip clay on my slipper.
Oh, that's how we get the washable slippers.
Yeah, but I felt the hook.
Ugh. Which, I must be the one over the other foot.
It usually is the one over that foot.
Can I play on mine right now? Not much.
This one has equal opportunity now because I passed the pieces that way. It used to be that everything was on that side. So on that side was a wall.
Yep.
Squeeze.
Like good 5.5 pounds of clay for that piece.
Grr.
Self-sufficiently centered to. And opening the clay with just the power of the thumbs.
With my
Is some-
stubby little thumbs.
That is what one would
Well,
call
what you do is you open with your thumbs because where they meet, it's going to be the middle. But I have enough muscle in my thumbs that I can just
keep opening it.
Yeah. Once you have it open, you put one
Just
hand on the inside. Also, the fingers are longer.
Particularly on your hands.
Yeah. Because I have short little thumbs.
As a kid, I always said that you had a lot of thumb thumbs because they were short and very straight. Because how most people their thumbs bend backwards a bit.
I don't. That's it. That's as far as they
They only
bend.
do that.
They don't bend any further.
The lack of double jointedness to the thumbs, might that actually be beneficial for
I don't know. It might.
because you're not
I
going to
wouldn't
bend
know
backwards.
because my thumbs have never done anything else.
It's kind of like archery and learning to not allow the joint to kick out.
Oh yeah, and having those pretty bruises all the way down the arm.
They're double jointed elbows, both of us. So the elbow joint rotates out. So
Like this.
yeah.
Well, if you look at that, both the elbow joint and the wrist are faced up.
You have to lean forward more to get it in back form.
Yeah. That doesn't.
Now rotate your elbow to the 90. Yeah. We've heard that most people's elbows do that.
That's also what my shoulder joint does too.
Which is the reason why occasionally you have shoulder issues.
Yeah, until had a couple of acupuncture sessions that worked specifically on my shoulder. I couldn't bend that shoulder much anymore. It bends about up to there. That was it.
So for you, acupuncture works well.
Oh yeah.
Or at least from the acupuncturist you go to.
Yeah. Find one that works for you. Find whatever treatment it is that works for you and stick with it. For me, it's acupuncture. Who's the magic ticket?
That's
Go
what
to
your
Rose.
body.
Yeah. Who's Rose City Acupuncture?
Which is in Beaverton. Yeah, now that it's hit temperature, it just keeps cycling on and off to maintain it. Cool.
That's good.
We'll have to experiment and see how low its lowest temperature setting is. Because that might be the way to keep this room above freezing temperatures in the winter.
We'll see. I
Yeah.
don't want to just leave it on.
Oh, no.
In here. That just does not strike me as
Safe?
yeah. And now open the bowl out. It's all about control and not pushing too hard with either hand. As my hands are always touching one another and I'm pressing evenly from both inside and out.
And this is a thing that's largely muscle memory.
There is no substitute for practice. Practice, practice, practice.
So when someone's starting off with throwing, is there a particular size ball of clay that you recommend?
Is the amount that fits comfortably between your two hands. Considering everybody's hands are different, it's going to be different
So,
for
like,
everybody.
A double fist size ball.
Yeah.
Would
Like
it
a couple of pounds.
Yeah. For us, the double fist size is probably about 26 ounces. Also, you can't say weight because different varieties of clay have different weights, different densities. So pieces that are smaller than double fist and larger than that both require more.
One requires more control. The other one might control more,
More strength.
more strength. And if you haven't
Develop the muscle memory.
muscles for it, because it is fairly specific kind of muscles.
Case in point that when you were doing demos at that fair and you had the young man who, from his physique, he looked like a bodybuilder. He obviously went to the gym and worked out on a regular basis.
He had all the pretty
He had
muscles.
pretty muscles.
Mhm.
But
And there was a group of them, including like to be his girlfriend, a couple of buddies. And Bolson, yeah, he was the good
he was
man
the
with
one.
the pretty muscles, decided he was going to do the throwing. He could not get the clay to center. And I go, you got the muscles? Come on, just
Squeeze.
squeeze. Don't let your arms move.
And he was having so much difficulty getting that clay to
Would you
center.
like some help getting it centered?
After a few minutes, he accepted assistance.
Yeah, because I was bugged out when I put my hands over his and squeezed.
Which is how you do it, so that they can
Feel, because it's all about, because you have to be able to feel it. Which was, and his eyes bugged out. And all his buddies give him a bad time because this lady old enough to be his mom, literally.
Because said young man had been
Early
younger than me.
20s.
Yeah.
Early to mid 20s, and it wasn't that long ago. No.
Oh, Rosalie shared a video. Thank you for the share.
Thank you. But yeah, it was kind of fun.
And so when you were doing demos, you helped people who were anywhere from, the youngest one was like 5 or 7, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
It was technically a little physically small.
Too small to really do it. But
Because at that point you just don't have the muscle strength.
also just the size.
Yeah, because
They really wanted to try it, so it's
Uh-huh.
okay. Here, I'll help you. Had helped them quite a bit, mind you.
and the
But their hands were on the clay. And then there was one lady, she had to be like in her 60s or better.
80s.
And she wanted to try it.
And she
Okay.
did.
She actually did pretty good.
Yeah. Well, from the muscles in her hands, I think she did gardening.
Yeah, it's.
Because she had those kind of muscles.
I just want to try it. They're so cool.
Recognizing those kind of muscles, because my grandmother did a lot of gardening. It was the grab and pull of weeds.
She didn't use power tools.
No, she hated using any sort of electronic assistance when it came to working in VR.
Whole quarter of an acre garden, all by hand.
Which was something when she was going through and clipping the grass with hedge trimmers.
Calling it grass was probably complimentary.
It was a field.
It was a field of weeds.
Okay,
When it
so
was
do you want to
There we
want
go.
to put markings on the outside of that one as well, or just leave that one be?
I think that would be, I suppose.
Okay.
It's always where to put the tool. I just used it. It doesn't matter what that tool is, be it a pencil or what. Where's the tool? I just had it.
Yeah. A pencil, a clay tool, the needle you set down to get
Your scissors.
This is also the reason why we migrated away from having cordless mice.
I have a cordless mouse.
Well, yes, you have your
Mine's
Bluetooth
Bluetooth.
mouse.
But I charge it with a USB cable because I don't get along with batteries.
No, you don't. You kill them.
Okay, there we go. That one's a slightly different shape.
Yeah. I really like the way the shape that first one came out. This one is different, but also cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And now you're on
My
to...
life is never dull. Apologies for jumping in and out. Not a problem.
No, that's fine. That's what's kind of convenient when it comes to videos like this. And if there's a part you miss, you just, rewind later and
You
watch
could
the
just-
part you missed.
subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll always get notifications of when we've got another
You can
video.
see the entire history of them because when we record when we're streaming like this, it goes up on multiple streams all at once. So it's over here on Facebook, it's also up on both YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. So people can watch it at their leisure. Twitch is supposed to keep it up there for 2 weeks
But
at
some
a
of
time,
ours-
but some of them are staying up.
I don't
pretend to understand. It
It
could
was
be that they
just-
changed how long they keep things up, and I haven't
Yeah.
looked recently.
And plus,
Ugh. Dirty bag.
yeah, it's
Ugh.
also
Chewy. It's delaminating. That one's gonna be not
it's okay.
long.
The other day when I went bit one to get one off, I cracked it in
Will
half.
do. Yes.
That was fun.
Let's see if I can reach over here. The mouse is just within reach.
Okay, now
And
we'll go
I will
to
remember copy
the macro to the micro. Now,
Minis.
mini cups. They're the 2 to 4 ounce cups that can be used for just about anything.
Okay. Now I
From
realize
mousse, chocolate mousse to, 80 proof spirits of your choice, to
I'm
espresso.
sorry, Izzy. I can't get it to the enter button. There we go. And that is a link to our YouTube channel. We are working on getting to that 100 subscriber mark, mainly because then we can have a customized URL. So it'll be YouTube/channel/rank team instead of South
Totally.
America Goo.
instead of that right there.
Yeah, instead of that right there. I think this morning, a few minutes ago, it was 62 subscribers.
62. Ooh, we're 62% there. Someday.
Someday. It's also one of those things that it's gradual. We know it's gradual. And our viewership is what one might call niche.
Yeah.
I always like the fact that the notifications come through on phone first. And Mario watching. Hello.
Morning.
We've made Kylix pieces. We've done
bowls.
really big bowls, some mugs, and now we're on to miniature cups. Yes. Is that one going to stay cylinder, or are you going to give that one some shape? Okay, it's gonna have shape. And let me know if you still want to do more after you finish these 6. How your muscles doing?
Okay, so far. The funny thing is, the little miniature ones can be more tiring.
Yeah.
We're on.
Better than
That's right.
Catherine's right. Better than my channel. It has 4 subscribers. And for the longest time we had like 4, 5. It was
Yeah.
once we started doing the multicasting between
Ofer is watching. Good morning.
between the
Albert.
3 different streams.
I have no idea whether I pronounced that right or not. So,
There's
those
such-
are, I think there's letters and, wow, okay.
I see accent marks.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
the one I was really surprised is we got followers on Twitch.
Yes. Yeah, followers.
Followers.
Because
Because
you
you have-
only get subscribers on
After
Twitch
you're an
after.
affiliate. and
Yeah.
That has all sorts of special things to it too, which,
There you go. Follow play here.
Give
I can
give that ball clay.
move these closer to you now. I know those pieces completely disappear in your hand when you're centering
There
them.
couldn't be that much to see when I'm doing these though,
You can see her
know?
hands.
And even with
Also-
how small my hands are, you really can't see clay much.
Actually, with that, a lot of the throwing is being done with your pinkies at that point, isn't it?
Yeah, it's done with the fingers rather than the whole hand. Because there's just not that much space.
The delicacy of touch that it takes to throw the small pieces. And this isn't a particularly soft clay.
No, it's kind of unfriendly, really. But because you can tell, because look at the top.
Yeah. So the really friendly clay doesn't develop uneven ridges at the top?
Not as much. Not like that.
Yeah, because that's a lot of unevenness for such a small piece.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I thought that was a slightly firm bag. It's going to be really good for the bowls.
Yeah.
I will put this piece right here.
Some textures feel better for one size than for the other. Yes, a big pat for a small piece of clay. That always works. Well. Good use of space, that.
Yeah. Desi, I'm going to have to stand up again
Oh,
soon.
look, sunshine.
Oh, yeah, it's bright.
Don't blink, you might miss it.
Yeah.
No, they did say it's supposed to be partly sunny this afternoon. Is it afternoon yet?
Nope, still another 28 minutes.
Okay.
Then it'll be afternoon.
Okay. See, all nice and centered.
You know,
Oh, 3 fingers high of it. Only enough room for one thumb.
because these pieces are in the 5 to 8 ounce range, as compared to those large bowls, which were, ooh, oh yeah, the tall ones. People like the tall ones.
Ooh, this one's longer than my fingernail.
This was also fairly common question: is how do you get to throwing pieces that are deeper than your fingers are long?
You put your hand.
And what do you do once they're too narrow to get your hand in?
You have tools.
You have tools. How often do you actually use like the potter's thumbs and the tools?
Not that often. I usually just use my fingers, sometimes the sponges or the ribs. I don't really use the, let's see.
They're not even over there. Oh wait, no, that's not it either. Well, there's the sponge on a stick. There's the potter's thumb.
Yeah, if I wanted to make it. I can do that.
But you don't really use that tool that often.
No,
Not for that task.
Not for that task.
Use it more as a sculpting tool.
Yeah. There we go. There's a problem. It might be a whole 4 fingers.
Next.
Next.
You have 3 more. Will you be wanting to stop at the end of those 3?
I can probably do some.
Okay.
Get them done.
I know those swords.
I know people really like the little cups.
Yep. Come on, I want this piece to be more the 8. There we go. The 8 ounce piece just looks big anymore when you're doing minis. Because there's the 8 ounce. And there's a 7. So now there's 2 more.
Okay.
I know, I keep moving. It disturbs the kitty. You want to do some of the more globe-shaped minis? Okay.
Next time
We have to remember to do these work pieces.
Yeah, the black and whites. Okay, kitty. I'm gonna have to lift you up now. I need to Oh, you know what? I see a sunny spot. Would you like me to take you to the sunny spot? So I can get up and reorganize the shelves? Look.
Oh, now.
Ooh.
Thanks, Sarah.
There we go.
The swoosh of the tail.
Yes. Sunbeam. I know it's
Given
not
how
a terribly
precious
warm
this
sunbeam.
visual is for me of the potter's hands, you're giving me a wealth of new knowledge. Oh, you're welcome.
In a way, having the video of it with it all centered on the hands, it's actually easier to see what's really going on than
Probably.
seeing it in person.
Yeah, because it's
Plus, you're
at
outside the
angle.
splash radius this way.
Yeah. It's not a clean job at all.
Yeah, that's not clean. But the clay's actually good for your skin.
Yeah.
Because since we moved earlier this year, there was a time period between when the shop was packed up at the former house and it was set back up here to utilize it. You went, what, about 2 months without any
Yeah.
throwing?
Yeah, I had rashes on my hands again.
Yes, on all counts. And one of the real benefits of the new shop, and one of the reasons we moved was to have more studio space because the studio and the business was eating the rest of the house. Now we have a segregated off space where all the clay is kept away from hormone breathing. Because you
And
don't
also that way the cats aren't tracking clay
Yeah,
all over
yes.
the house.
Because, yeah, we had 2 cats, we're down to 1 at the moment, and they would take dust baths or play in the clay water, and then there'd be paw prints and dust all over the place. Yes, she is now happy. That sunbeam is now acceptable.
That's good.
Also, the ambient room temperature is now 70.
Yes.
Actually, I
It's
could
acceptable
probably
now.
power this back off.
Yeah, 'cause it's not gonna drop back down. I don't want
Nope. Off. Off. Did I are you counting down?
I don't want it, sir. I just have to put that there and it's
Well,
gonna
please don't
go.
set it on my head.
And it's gonna, I think your head is too close to it.
I hit the button and it seems to be counting down. It started at 60. I don't know.
I may have to read the directions for them.
I
When
read
in doubt, read the directions.
I read the quick start guide.
Oh, have
Bringing it up.
It may effectively be doing like a cleaning cycle before it turns itself off. I don't know. Well, we always have really good luck with the
Borneo
Bueno.
brand.
fans.
Yeah. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Vicious.
Yes.
Cats, rats, rabbits, hamsters. Wow, that's quite a menagerie there.
Yeah. We just have the one kitty at the moment. We do have plans on getting another kitten. But our current old girl has to get over the passing of her companion of 15 years.
Yeah.
Because she was the younger one, she was the beta of the 2 cats. And, well, she was 16 at this point. Our Nora girl there had passed away at like 17 and a half, and that was only like a month or so. About closing in on 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been 2 full months yet. We had depressed Kitty for a while.
Then
And
we
then-
tried to introduce her to a couple of younger cats.
Ooh.
And then we had angry kitty.
Yes.
Now we have stressed out kitty who upset her urinary tract.
And in which case, This means transferring her from the senior food that she had been eating to combo of that and food that's meant to support urinary tract health.
And help reduce stress.
Yeah.
Poor kitty. All tracking tests. No pets currently. I love on everyone else's.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
We
us
did
when
that
we're
with-
traveling.
and people who have doggies.
Yes. I have nothing against dogs, they just don't
They're
fit
very
with
sweet.
our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Oh, now that I no longer have a cat on my lap, I can take the goo ball away. Yes. The bag is mostly like the area. In particular with the red clay, since we do so much sculpting out of it, we actually run through a good portion of the goo and
The scrap.
offcuts and scraps. We actually use it up.
Yeah.
Mind you, we do have a pile of offcut bags over at the clay in the other half of the studio, aka most people call a garage.
Don't most people use a garage as a workshop?
Of some kind, yeah.
Yeah.
To be a place where, some people even use it to work on cars.
I know. Well, with ours, the garage door isn't tall enough for us to get our car in there anyways.
No. The garage has a slightly dropped ceiling because it's got a really nice attic above it.
Yeah.
As a result, the garage door is dropped down a little lower, and thus it's slightly.
And they replaced it with a newer one.
Which dropped it down a little further.
Yeah.
As a result, the garage door is slightly shorter than the Yukon.
Hello, Linda. Thanks for watching.
Okay, you have one piece left after this. Do you want to stop at that point, or do you want more?
We'll keep doing more minis.
Okay,
They seem to be going pretty good.
good. And these will dry relatively quick.
Yes.
Quicker than other things. I was going to say quickly, and then I'm like, no.
Not with this weather.
Not with this weather. Nope. Okay, I'm going to have to start setting them elsewhere to dry, too. Because, I'm going to set them over there. The shelf will go
We
over
have
the
plenty
cat.
of shelves.
Yes. I mean, technically, there's still a top shelf over on this one. I just never think about putting anything up there.
Huh. Well, those are little. They could go
Yeah,
up
I
there.
could totally put those up there. I'm not gonna put them all the way back because I wouldn't be able to see them.
Yeah, wouldn't want to
I
forget
could get
them.
like 3 or 4 up there, just fine.
I can get 3 up there because then we start encountering the shelves that are up there on that wall. There we go.
I don't know about using those shelves up
I don't know. Mind you, there's quite a bit of like little random bits and bobs that we set on that shelf.
there. Yeah,
Including, why is there a roll of tape up there?
I think it was for sealing around windows or something.
Oh, okay.
Our-
It's draft ceiling tape. Got it.
Okay. Our kiln.
All the walls were in our garage, but we tried to leave shelves to pull a car in to work on it.
Yeah. Well, we have the car and the trailer. Well, the car is a full-size SUV, mind you, so.
Yes.
Which I get corrected from time to time. That's not a car.
It's also not a truck. Trucks have a different frame.
Yes. And then I correct this on, I go, actually on the title it says SUV on the registration. So you're not right either.
People tend to call it whatever they're used to driving.
Yeah.
Before we had the Yukon, we had cars. normal, like passenger type cars. They're larger ones because our first travel for business vehicle was,
A
We
93 Cadillac DeVille with a roof rack.
yeah, it was distinctive.
Yes. I used to call him Clyde, as in Clydesdale, as in workhorse, because it's what inspired the Escalade, right? Because they only thought it was
Oh, I know.
an
And
SUV or a
with
truck
its
because
air ride suspension, anytime one of us got out of the car, it would adjust. And if one of
That's probably what
us
it is.
shifted our weight to the car, it would adjust.
I think it was meant to be a luxury car. I used it like a truck.
It's amazing how much you could get into that trunk. Or into the back seat with people.
Yeah.
One time we pulled up and we were still using the caddy for our traveling business vehicle, and they went, "Oh, so there's 2 of you?" And went, "No, there's 4. Guys, wait!" And up over the shelf that was designed to slide into the back seat, hands pop up and wave, and they went, "Oh my God, you've got people back there?" I know how to track
Who
well.
created the term that thereby needed.
And thereby the need for the SUV.
Yeah.
It was originally, that paneled in truck type shape. That was originally a military type vehicle.
That was a different one, but I know that
Yeah.
was the original one was the Suburban.
Yeah.
Suburban is the next size class bigger than the Yukon.
It's what, about a foot longer than ours?
Yeah. And I think a few inches wider.
It has significantly higher cubic foot storage. I remember that from doing research.
And we couldn't afford that.
No, at the time when we were getting the vehicle, it was outside our price range. The light spouse, the bow tie man, through and through, had a Chevy pull-out centerfold of the first Suburban ad in print.
Oh, that's funny.
Apparently there is now sufficient sunshine for the cat. She is a sprawl.
Yeah.
And yeah, that pile of towels was totally not put on the shelf in the sunny spot just for her.
Oh no, of course not.
I made sure it was thick enough so she wouldn't be able to feel the wires of the rack.
It's a wear rack shelf. Whereas on either side are 2 cut down
Industrial shelf units.
that have seen their fair share of salt water.
And salt air. Gotta live living on with those. The slow decay of all metalwork outdoors is one of the various reasons why we moved off.
As a whole, they had a whole fleet of Suburbans. Well, we just have our
very well loved Yukon.
yes, and that's what I call a car. That's my Yukon. And I pull a 6x10 trailer with it.
People ask us, well, why don't we get a bigger trailer? It's because that way, if we got a larger trailer or a double axle trailer,
We could
it would be capable of hauling more weight than is healthy for the vehicle.
vehicle already only does like 35 over the passes for the pulling a trailer.
There's also a fair bit of stuff loaded into the vehicle
Yes,
itself.
because you can put 1,500 pounds payload in the car. Not that I know this or anything.
More than 1,100 pounds of clay, and it doesn't drive right, though.
It's like driving a brick down the road.
We try not to carry more than
101
half
through the
ton of clay.
redwoods with a half a ton of clay in the car.
Oh, God.
Yeah, as you're going down this windy road.
That was not fun. We did that more than once.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want more after these 2?
Yeah. Keep
Okay.
going here. What you could do is fill my water bottle back up.
Yes, since I no longer have a cat on my lap.
because one thing I don't have in here is water faucet.
No, we don't have running water in this
So
room.
if we enclose that little back porch,
Then we'd have running water in it.
yeah, because there's faucet on the porch. And we put a utility sink there. Alright, but is this for business or for yourself? It's obviously a pleasure. It's business. This is what we do for a living. We have been doing this for a living for 16 years now. And the reason we moved to inland further was the roads on the coast kept closing every winter. Got to be a very regular thing. So it's kind of like when your business depends on you being able to travel, it's better if the roads out of county are open. Oh, thank you. Okay.
He's getting water. This is apparently dribbling quite a bit.
You can't dribble it on. They are
I
not
was trying to
waterproof.
dribble it inside the footprint to the wheelhead there.
And you know you have to have done something right if your kids are your business partners. At least 2 out of 3, so 66% success rate.
Oh, that's 13 ounces. Ooh, but yeah, talk about your not getting your job experience counted
Yeah.
by society at large.
I saw this one thing was in, it was a census, and it was, one of them is farm worker, unemployed, unpaid family member. Does that sound familiar?
I feel called out.
Do you feel called out on something like that?
No,
I remember when I was, I think it was on bowls.
No, the Bulls were farmers.
They were farmers. They were the Owens.
Okay, and at this point, I'm gonna have to start putting the pieces over there.
And it's always a good idea. This is going well with the minis. Keep going. Some can't get more done.
You just see how creaky you are when you get up from the spot.
I meant to had stages well. Yeah. I think that's a success. 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
The other one you'll never see on camera.
Oh, yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
My brother.
He's our IT guy. And well, the youngest one, who won't even send me a picture of himself anymore. He's been trying to give him a bad time. It's probably because you cut your hair short.
No.
Then prove it to me.
Nah, don't have to.
I know. Silly boy. Silly boy for wanting to live in the Bay Area.
I think these last 2 pieces are gonna be maybe smalls versus minis. At like, there's one piece that's 12 ounces.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2, 4, 6, 7 more pieces. 6, 9, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So you'll, if you finish all of those pieces, you will have done 30 pieces today.
Well, that's good.
Meow.
You enjoying that sunny spot?
I'm not going to
Oh
disturb
dear,
you.
sun's going behind a cloud. Poor kitty.
There was enough that there is warmth coming off the windows though. You know.
Oh, well, that's good.
Probably get some, do a couple of dives for these guys.
Yeah.
And just start back. Oh, there's a scrap bag right here. Go back. Put that scrap bag back. The scraps of clay that are still malleable, we try to bag up to be used for other smaller projects. Because yes, while wedging clay is, slaking a dry clay back up and reutilizing it is possible, it's very labor intensive.
Maybe someday we will get a pulp mill.
Those things are pricey.
Oh, yeah. Those are really pricey.
In the order of, what do you want, a car or a pug mill kind of pricey?
Yeah. Well, if you think about the kind of motor it'd have to have, it's a big mixer for mixing clay.
And it's meant to mix it down into the semi-workable state, too.
Yeah, so that's,
That's heavy.
yeah.
Oh, the gearing that must take. I need a
You probably want to put out in the shed because that'd also have to be loud.
oh goodness, yes. I've never experienced a bug mill in action.
Yeah.
I have no concept as to how loud that would be. Apologizing in advance for asking any and all questions about anything you've already said. Oh, that's fine.
No
All
problem.
teachers get that. Yeah, they do.
And yeah,
That
and by the
said,
way,
must a piece sit for a while before removing it from the circle, the back?
the bats. Yeah, you have to let them get what is considered leather hard. So they get hard and they're firm.
And
And
then
then-
just pop them off.
Why a lot of the bats die a horrible death is you flex them across a hard surface like that, and eventually they crack.
Yeah. I wasn't the one who snapped the last one in half, though.
I know.
It was
I
not
did.
my fault
It was.
this time.
I broke it right in half. It was kind of like, well,
That's a thing.
that's a thing. And here I call her brood all the time.
Oh, that's a pretty shape. We throw. Some people will just throw on the wheel head, or they'll throw on the bat, and will keep cutting pieces off of a larger piece. So they'll throw like a mini off the top of a large piece of clay.
Which is called throwing off the hump. But that's kind of like, see, I originally started using bats all the time when I'd sprained my wrist. And that way it limited the number that I could throw. But then it just became easier to just keep doing that. But now I have like a lot of bats.
Yep.
And students that used to, I wouldn't let them pay me for lessons. So they do is they buy glaze or buy bats. So I ended up with quite the array of bats.
Anything from ones that are just barely the same size as the wheel head
To the big ones that'll just barely fit in
Wow.
this around here. Next.
Yes. More clay. Yes, and both of us have teaching degrees. So it's like, yes, ask questions.
I like questions. Mine's are the same questions over and over again.
For a while you were on the teacher's aide, technically, in
Middle
middle school.
The teacher didn't know the curriculum because the other teacher had retired the year before. And it started off as just a parent volunteer, but it was a teacher that he'd been my teacher when I'd gone to that middle school. So he thought that was really cool, so I became his teacher's aide. He retired. The other teacher was a drawing painting teacher.
Who was suddenly saddled with ceramics and gloss wax casting.
And drafting.
And
Yeah,
drafting at least was also 2D, but it was so specialized in comparison to just, portrait drawing.
Oh, I know. Oh, Bridget Cressman. Good.
No.
No. She's doing the little miniature cups right now. Earlier on in the stream, I had done some large bowls, some helix pieces. Look at those. And this is a case of where my fingers don't reach down into the bottom.
Oh, that one's pretty shape. Yeah. One. Meow. Meow. What you meowing about this time? Oh, another cloud.
Horrible.
Complain every time the sun goes behind a cloud. Aw.
Oh, fine. Be that way.
Now it's gonna have a different shaped neck to it.
Do for that is cut off the offending paint. There. Take that piece of clay. Even if it totally fails to make anything, I'll still have the last laugh because I'll go.
Before you start thinking on someone I'm not, I taught homeschool for a few years. Three brilliant kids. I was bored in school and never wanted that for them.
Yes.
I was
good
bored in
for you.
school. I went on to college early. My mom really helped me out before remote. She knew how to get me into concurrent enrollment in college courses when I was still well under college age.
You had just finished
I
eighth
just
grade.
finished 8th grade. It was the summer after 8th grade that I started taking concurrent enrollment courses with at the local community college. Shakespeare. It was a Shakespeare course.
Yes.
And as a result, I would take 1 or 2 courses with her every semester at night after going to school day at high school. And then, it was shortly
a year and
before
a half into high school.
I was so bored.
I
I was bored, I didn't like it there,
took the test and got out. Went to college full time.
and had my 2-year degree at the same time that all my classmates got their high school diplomas.
And my son, he was homeschooled for high school because he.
Also did not do well.
Well, with him, it was not only was he bored, it was also bad for his health. He's hypoglycemic and has seizures, so they wouldn't let him eat in class. So I took him out of the school. It's homeschool. He did all 4 years of his high school credits in like a year and a half. And I was kind of like, yeah, everything but geometry. Didn't do well with geometry.
No.
This one's better.
Geometry didn't get on.
And the second, that was when we were.
The teacher counterpart to that one went, yeah, you're not getting on with this. You did just fine in the last math course book.
Oh, he was
Let's
great.
switch you. Let's just put you.
He went on to
go.
be the principal for the whole high school,
Yeah.
rather than just the continuation part.
Mr. Navarro, right?
Yeah.
Which in a way is a shame for the continuation.
Yeah,
high
which
school.
actually needs it more. But they all need it. Poor schools. That's a thing. I could just go on and on about kids being bored in school.
Yeah.
Because they teach to the middle, in which case they lose 75% of the students, one way or the other.
And my youngest brother was the one who charmed his way out of doing his coursework and ended up flunking out of high school.
Oh, he went to
Because
go
it
live
was-
with his dad.
Yep, and his dad didn't stay on top of him actually doing his schoolwork, and it was a thing. Oh, something about he knew that he would not get away with not doing his homework around us.
Yeah, that's why he chose to go live with his dad. I told him, it's your choice. I'm not going to fight the courts anymore on your behalf because then you just go, oh, but I want to be there. Yeah. You was going to be the one that went to all 4 years of high school, did it?
Nope,
Nope.
not one of the 3 did.
But both of you have a diploma.
Yep.
You have a diploma and 3 degrees.
Yes, I have 3 degrees. And by all means, go to community college first, get your 2-year transfer degree, and move on to other coursework from there. Because going to community college, smaller classes, and cheaper.
Oh yeah, and the teachers are there because they want to be there.
I had the anthropology teacher.
That was cool.
Oh, he was great. You can call him Frank. You can call him
Hey,
the Anthro dude.
Just
Don't call him Mister. He earned the PhD. And his specialty was North American Eocene primate teeth, which are about this big.
I actually found one in some of the.
Yes. For an extra unit worth of credit, you could agree to, go and help him dig through bags of dirt from his digs. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he'd discuss what the various little chunks and bits of fossil material that were coming across in the bag were.
And he's, oh, I like your knife.
Yeah, because you took your knife out of your bag.
And just to poke and pick through it easier with my spider co.
Yep.
But yeah, and I also brought in the mastodon tooth once too,
Yes.
which was really cool.
Yeah, because the teeth he studied were like 1/8 of an inch across or less. He studied the weird
Mastodon
patterns.
tooth. 1, 2.
Mastodon tooth was like this. It's the size of a kid's head.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Have another 3 pieces after this. And then you will have thrown like a bag and 3/4.
God. You need pieces.
Some here, little pieces of scrap clay coming out of the bag. See how many more of the 20s I can get made before the mold is saturated.
Yeah.
There's both the red and the black in this bag. The red was tribal firm and was making my wrist hurt. So I'm like, not
Don't
right now.
make your
Not
wrist
today.
hurt.
We have
You
a lot
need to
of-
pound steaks.
I'll do that. I need to draw later.
Well, you need to draw too, but
But yeah, the reason why I'm not allowed to hurt my wrists is because, I'm the only one in the family who can pound tent steaks. Because it's something Lovely genetics. Weak wrists, weak ankles.
I also have a number of other injuries, mind you. But
Well, part of the reason why your wrists and ankles are so bad is because you have injured them.
yeah. Fibromyalgia doesn't help either. But I have tendinitis in one hand, one wrist. Just nothing that'll kill you.
Just make you really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's all.
And really uncomfortable for you means something a bit different than the average person. Because you have a high pain tolerance. As a good number of redheads do.
Yeah.
There we go. How's that? He's a cute.
Yeah. Okay. Back in the mold.
Yeah. For the piece that you said you needed to let firm up, I think you're probably gonna have to come out like a couple hours later.
Yeah, firm up as in, while. Not
Possibly tomorrow morning. Depends.
possibly.
And with the modes and things in here, definitely have to come out, check to see whether any cover things
Yeah.
are handles. Won't need to worry about the handles for the Kylix until tomorrow at the soonest.
Yeah, at the soonest, because we'll have to attach the bowl to the foot.
Yeah. Question is tomorrow, do we want to get more platters started?
We can get more platters started tomorrow.
The platters happen in the other half of the workshop. I also have to make time at some point to mix plaster. Oh, that's another thing we should get at the hardware store. Bucket.
Bucket.
Because once used for plaster, you're not using that bucket for anything else.
Yeah. I hate working with plaster.
Plaster sucks. Yeah, paid $4.20 now.
Drop in the bucket.
What?
Drop in the bucket.
no.
Sarah. Just
At this point, it's probably 13, 14 years ago. So we made just a bunch of little cubes. It's like, oh, they look little six-sided dice. And we put the dots on them, beat the dice, and we set them out for sale. People came along and went, oh, you only have six-siders? And bought them all. So from then on, we made dice with the scrap clay. That must have been the 12-ounce piece.
yeah.
And after getting into making the six-sided ones, we started on making the other polyhedral forms.
Which involved making press molds. Because I'm not making anything with more than 6 sides with my fingers.
Yep.
Mind you, our 4-sideds have nice round corners. Because they will get dice end up on the board. And 4-siders have a tendency of ending up in the foot.
Yes, the age-old question: which hurts more, a four-sided
Four-sided.
die or a Lego? Having stepped on both, it's the four-sided die.
Especially those old style ones with the really sharp points.
Yes.
Mind you, that's the only thing I can think of whenever I see the ad for those thorn dice, which have the spikes on the corners.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, those, oh my goodness, those are weapons.
Those just
Those would be so injurious, because you know they're going to end up on the floor. Yes, I was the kid who played with the dice in the old dark hallway, and would leave them there, for which I did get in trouble.
You've been told not to leave them.
Hey, Christopher also played with his Legos there.
This is how I know.
You had direct comparison that he'd dance off with one foot and step on the other.
Perfectly acceptable to play in the hallway, but don't leave the toys. How's that open, right? Do I need to turn on the light to walk down the hallway?
By the way, the bathroom was at the far end of said hallway. So, oh yeah, that was Trip Hazard Central. And thinking about it, I don't understand why Christopher and I were so enamored of playing with toys in the hallway.
That one little.
That the keyhole part at the end of the hallway.
Yes, I know. But you guys were.
Yeah. I was thinking about it, it's like all the time we spent, yeah. I mean, the bedrooms were right there. We could have totally played inside either one of our bedrooms.
Could have had more space too.
Yeah.
Well, one of the bedrooms had tile, one had carpet. It was the same carpet as was in the hallway.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
Oh, I remember. I also remember helping rip that carpet out.
With great malice.
Oh, yes. Carpets.
Carpet out of here came out all in one piece. We thought it was so clever until we tried to get it out of the room.
13 by 15 foot of carpet. That is a very heavy chunk.
It's still in the backyard.
It got just outside, basically.
Yeah.
And
But we're gonna use it to kill the ivy.
we're going to use it to kill off some English ivy in our corner of the yard. But you do realize at this point, Mom, we're probably going to cut it up into pieces to move it because now it's wet.
Yes. We did put a tarp over it, but
The tarp has not really stayed over it, especially not with the wind we've had recently.
yeah, I know. Plus the ground underneath is wet. What's it gonna do? Yeah, it's
Capillary
the last
action. Okay. Kill. On. Oh. Did I wake you up by setting something on the shelf? Her ear was against the metal.
Oh,
So I set it down and she looks up. Meh.
that was loud. What'd you do that for?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. I have, this would be die number 6. And this is one of the ways we use up scrap clay. The more clay we can use it before it gets hard, the less that ends up in the recycle bucket. And unlike the past yard, we don't have any convenient, divots that need
We don't
filling.
have half an acre now.
No, we don't. But as things,
Which I am not really out.
I don't mind.
I don't mind
was-
not having that much land.
Yeah.
There's so much yard to take care of.
Yeah,
And I am not that much into yard work.
The half acre of yard was more or less for my grandmother who lived with us
At the time.
at the time.
She isn't around anymore.
Nope. As a result, there's absolutely no need for so much yard.
There's still quite a bit of yard with this.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of yard for us.
Yes.
Okay, the rest of this scrap is just gonna go back into the bag because you are done.
And I'm done.
Okay. Tools up.
Monkey towel now.
Yeah, I know what I need to get to washing the towels. So these
Thanks
guys,
for watching.
and if you want to catch notifications of when we're doing something on new streams, you can go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is
It's
Up
in
in
the
the-
comments.
up in the comments. Thank you.
Bye bye.